Hi, everyone, and welcome to another guest-centric catch-up session. I have with me again our CTO, Sergio Serra. So, Sergio, it's really great to have you again. And just for anyone who doesn't know and maybe watching this, could you tell us a little bit about who you are and what you do at guest-centric?
You already said, Melissa, I'm the CTO. Basically, I manage the engineering team, and we just keep working and listen to the feedback from our hoteliers and see the industry trends and try to respond to that the best way possible. And that's what I'm trying to achieve every day at Guest-Centric.
Cool. So I have you here today actually to talk about our new HyperCommerce tab, which is really fantastic. It looks super dynamic and everything. So could you tell us a little bit about why it was developed and sort of the process behind it and the journey with it?
Yeah, the HyperCommerce, it's a vision for the future, to the way that we see the software and the industry evolving. And especially at this point, we already been doing this for more than 10 years. And so we have lots of experience developing software for hoteliers, and we also listen to lots of feedback from hoteliers. And what we noticed is that we have lots of functionality that were becoming harder to use because the application is very complete and we do a lot of things that are in different places. And we started to create a new vision for the future. And we decided that lots of the features that we already have are good and are useful for this feature that we foresee. And we started to rework some of them, reorganize some of them, improve some of them. And on top of this, give like of, how can I say, a mission control for the hotel. That's what I like to call it. It's like a mission control where you can see the status of your hotel and make decisions to go on the right direction. And basically, this is what is HyperCommerce all about. We try to give a seamless experience to the hoteliers to use these tools that we know that can boost the revenue and the direct reservations.
Awesome. Well, I'm sure people watching it are watching this are dying to see what it looks like. So would you mind just sort of showing us what it looks like and sort of the different functionalities and how they will help the hoteliers?
Yeah, we can do like a brief overview. So this is what I like to call the mission control. It's like an overview on how the hotel is doing and how each of the tools is doing. And of course, here the hotelier can immediately do some take some actions to see if things work, and then evaluate later how the changes that he has done is corresponding in terms of performance. And the big advantage of this is that you kind of don't have to think that much about the strategy if you are not an expert on any of this. You can just changing some switches, changing some numbers, and see how it's working. And one of the things that we have, it's what we call it's actionable information, and it's also this information. It's also contextual. So, for instance, here one of our boosters, which is the shopping activation, we can see that over the last 30 days, it has some reservations, and so we can see how is it going. And now we have here information about how much revenue is generating on which week, how much it generates which one of the boosters, and then automatically here I can decide if I want to activate or inactivate it on the booking engine or on the website. So we kind of simplified all of this with information and also with new ways to take actions and to activate things. So it's like what I was talking. We wanted to be easy and to remove complexity from all of these tools. And at the same time, it kind of suggests what you should be doing. because, for instance, one of the tools that we know that also has good results, it's click to book. Here on this hotel, as you can see, it never created click to book links. So immediately I can click here and go to the click to book option and try to do a campaign or share it on my social media or something like that. And these are just little examples of the things that we can do. We can also optimize our presences on channels, like doing markups and stuff like that. All of these things are now available through a simple click, which before was harder to do because some of the configurations were kind of hidden. So now we have actionable information. You can see the information, you can see how the changes that you are doing are working or not, and you can adjust it. And it's much better and much simpler to do. And our project for the future is continue to develop all of these things. The HyperCommerce, it's like an ongoing project. It's a long-term view that we have on the company.
One thing that's really remarkable to me is just how it consolidates everything in one place. And it's just, I don't know, just seems to make it so much easier for the users and the hoteliers. So yeah, it's really neat. Good job.
Yes, we always had a lot of data on our platform. We have the dashboards where the users can fine tune and select date intervals and stuff like that. This is like a snapshot of the status of the things. It's like a distilled of all the information that we have available. And it's here, it's just a click. You don't have to select dates or anything like that. And you see how the things are doing.
Cool. And in practical terms, I mean, you kind of, we spoke about this a little bit before, but how do you expect this interface to sort of help hotels in the future?
Well, the industry is changing very quickly. We can see that there are new technologies that are coming to our industry, and of course, the HyperCommerce will continue to evolve, to adapt, and to take advantage of those technologies. And the thing that we think we can help the hoteliers is to remove the complexity from all of those tools and have a seamless experience in our platform to make things work. Because in our days, when you are starting an hotel, or if you already have an hotel running, to choose the kind of the technological framework, it's very difficult because there are lots of different tools with lots of different functionalities. And what we do is to give you a kind of an all-in-one solution that corresponds to most of those needs without having to talk with different providers and do all of those studies and meetings and prepare stuff. We can do it everything on the platform. And what we expect to continue to do in the future is exactly this. It's like give simple information, actionable information, have all the things consolidating, and have everything that your hotel needs to assure or to protect its online presence.
Cool. And in what ways do you think HyperCommerce is different from other sort of similar, there's always different, providers like putting out different solutions all the time, and there's a lot of noise out there. What, in your opinion, makes HyperCommerce different?
Well, HyperCommerce, it's very different because of the integrated approach that we have. We have three pillars for the HyperCommerce, which is the actionable information. It's something that we are doing all over the application. We could see it on our new reservations area, which we launched in December. It's also visible here now with the new area of the boosters. And what we want is that on every context that the hotelier is, he has data to make decisions. And that's one of the things that we have as a vision. And so all this data that you see on all the things that we shown, it's not something that it was like thinked, and it was developed to be like this. So what we want is to give information and contextual information so that the decisions are easier. And of course, we will also add suggestions for actions to be taken based on the data. Okay, this is the part that we call the actionable information. Then there's the seamless experience, because we don't want hoteliers to think that much about strategies for the website, strategies for the booking engine and stuff like that. What we want is that the tool is so simple to use that you can simple adjust switches, change numbers, like the number of times that you want the shopping activation to appear and stuff like that. But you don't have to think that much. Should I do it? Should I not be doing it? Because every action that you do, you can look at the data and see how it's working and adjust if necessary. Okay. And then, of course, we have the intelligence automation. Our application also has lots of things that are done automatically, like the boosters, default configurations, the automatic intelligent sync with the channels, automatically retry to resend reservations, all of this stuff that we automate and that we can see from our logs, that lots of these things happen and the hotelier doesn't even notice it. So we fix the problem, or we solve the problem automatically before it's being detected. And this is very important, and this will continue to be part of the HyperCommerce. And so with these three pillars, it's like I was saying in the beginning, we want to have everything that the hotels need to have their digital presence protected, protecting the brand, protecting the direct reservations, without having to have a big team, or without having to think a lot about this. And this is the biggest advantage of the HyperCommerce. It's simplicity and this distilled information and this automation.
It's really powerful as well, because it makes, I guess, the hotels more like autonomous, but then also agile, which is so important nowadays in today's climate. All right, cool. Well, I think that brings us to the end of our session for today, unless you have anything else you'd like to add on this.
No, I think that we give a brief overview. We could stay here like talking for hours, explaining what each of the things does, why did we did it like this. But I think that probably now people are already curious to know more about this, and they can talk with our team.
Okay, cool. Well, thank you very much for joining me today, Sergio, and thank you everyone else for watching. And yeah, that's it. Thanks.
Thank you, Melissa. Bye-bye.